different than we do in America. And there's a lot of training goes on between the different cultures. Do you find that something that falls in with body language?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Look, dining is, eating is one of the most important things we do. If you don't eat, then you're going to die. And if you don't eat with other people, you're going to find it hard to get resources. And so how you eat with other people defines will you get on with the group and your status in the group. So you go to a different culture, you have to understand what the signals around eating mean. So look, the best way to work out what's happening in a culture is to ask somebody who actually belongs to that culture, not somebody who's been there, that visited. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay. You want to talk to somebody who's actually grown up in it or lived in it. And they will be and say, look, what's the one thing I need to know, or the several things that I must know about when I sit down to eat, and use that information from them.
Somebody should talk to George Bush before he went over to Japan and started eating things he shouldn't have been eating.
What was he doing? Drinking the finger bowl?
Remember when he threw up at the at the table?
Yes. Yeah. That's generally considered in most cultures that I've come across not a good sign.
Not appropriate.
Hey, Lord, man, I guarantee it. Mark, man, I appreciate you coming on. We have got to jump into a break, but I know you're a busy guy, and like I said, I love you guys. I love what you're doing, and I appreciate what you're doing, and I know it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Y'all go to truthbrain.com, and don't forget the behavioral panel on YouTube. You can check all that out. What else? We leaving anything out, Mark? I want to make sure
No, you haven't. Just thank you for having me. Been great fun. And thanks for being a fan. Thanks for watching. We so much appreciate it.
There you go. Hey, we'll have you back on here another day or two, hopefully.
Anytime you like.
All right, thank you, sir.
Have a great day, sir. Hey, everybody, it's time.
Wednesday morning is a good time to get to the bottom of why your water bill is so high. If it is, call Grayland Leak Detection at 706-897-9110. Get the water bill under control when you call Grayland Leak Detection and Plumbing Services.
All righty, we're back with you. Hope everybody is doing good out there. And that's Mark Bowden. Y'all need to go check him out, no doubt about it. He has got, I got to quit saying no doubt about it, but I really mean that, no doubt about it. They got that, the behavioral panel, which is absolutely a lot of fun to sit and watch, and I can't get enough of it. Hey, we got a baby born on 2/22/22 at 222 in room 2.
On a Tuesday.
Man. 2/22/22 at 2:22 a.m. in room 2. I mean, golly, you ain't never gonna forget this kid's birthday.
I want to know what they're gonna nickname him. Tuesday.
Well, what they gonna name him? Tutu. It was a daughter. Their daughter.
Oh, then they could name her Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
You can name girls like they had Wednesday Adams. They could name her Tuesday.
This is actually in North Carolina. So anyway, happy birthday to you. 2/22/22. That's a lot of twos, ain't it?
Sure is. Hey, Steve, I just want to let people know, too, go check out Mark Bowden on Truth Plane. I was misspelling this. It's TRUTHPLANE, Truth Plane. These guys are really interesting.
Oh, ain't no doubt. And that's the thing about it. You know, you don't think about your behavior, but, you know, you can see somebody when they're angry. I mean, you can pretty much pick up on that. But, you know, they go to all these interviews. Just like I said, they got O.J. Simpson coming up, and they will actually take where he's done interviews or where he's in court and they'll put him up and they will let you watch it, and then they will go back and they will say, okay, he's lying or he's not lying because of why. There's 4 of them on there, and they all analyze the videos, and it's interesting. It's very interesting.
And you got to give Mark credit. The guy is really good, because I asked him a question. I didn't want to be specific, and I just said, who in our government is easy to read and hard to read? And he skated right around that as fast as he could, and I don't blame him.
I guarantee it, man. Hey, we got a romance scam has reached a record high. Record high. People in a romance scam, $547 million, up 80%. A romance scam. What the heck is a romance scam?
You know, some guys are so easily, they get with these women from like the Ukraine, and they'll say, send us $5,000 and we'll come over and see you. And, you know, nobody would be stupid enough to do that. Unlike the girls from Ireland that you spend, you know, $1,000 on, and they'll come over and visit with you, I guess. But
you sure do know a lot about this.
Just say, just ask the expert over here.
Just saying.
Yeah, just ask the expert.
You know, and if you finish reading that article, you'll see how many seniors get scammed. And these guys actually wait, because I have to tell you what, after I turned 60 years old, all of a sudden I kept getting, this is Stephen from, and he wants to say Pakistan, but he doesn't, from Illinois, and he can't pronounce the name of the state, and I want to get
And
your
his name
social-
is Steven?
Yeah, I
Steven,
want to get
if
your
you're gonna
social
do the
security
scam
number.
things, you got to work on your accent, and don't call people that have your number saved in their phone.
Yeah, that kind of messed up. Back when we was kids, we used to do that. We call people up and prank call them. Hey, your refrigerator's running. You better go get it. But now you got
Prince
caller
Albert
ID.
in a can.
That took a fun right out of it. Yeah, that took the fun.
You call in the drugstore. The worst part was we did that as kids and called the drugstore and say, "Hey, do you have Prince Albert in a can?" You go, "Yeah, and we're keeping them locked up, Edward, so don't call again."
Yeah.
He knew my name.
That's a big thing, though, the scamming. They go, like, the guys will hook up with these girls, and they'll be just this perfect guy. And
Right.
then what they'll do is they'll say, oh, my gosh, people are after me. I need some money. So the women will give them money. And then what they'll do is they'll pay them back. And they'll do it again. And they'll, like, pay him back. So this girl is, like, becoming, like, the savior of this guy. And the guy is giving her money back. So it's like she gets comfortable with it.
It's kind of
And
like the Ponzi
then
scheme you and I were involved
He
in.
says a huge chunk of money. The woman's like, okay, cool. He'll pay me back or whatever. And then she ghosts him. Or he ghosts her. Like, he'll never. So he'll gain her trust.
It was
I'm
like
just
what
saying,
you and I
It's
were doing.
funny to me. Y'all two guys know a lot
Yeah,
about
it was
this.
like what
There is a show on Netflix about that now. I haven't watched it, but I've seen, like, it's been up and,
Flim Flam artists have been around since Jesus was a corporal. The reality is people think they can get something.
Now that
either
I've never
something
heard
for
that.
free-
Jesus was a corporal. What are you talking?
So, it means old. But anyway, it was when Moses was directing traffic. Anyway, people always want
got any
what's
more of
easy.
those? in Jericho.
People, young whippersnappers drive me crazy.
What's a whippersnapper?
But people will always try to get something for free or the easy way. If somebody thinks, well, I can give this person money and they're going to like me, they'll do it. And
Well, that's
like
why we got
Packy
Biden
said,
for the president, because people
you
thought
got
they
it.
could get
They
money.
installed them just like you do a toilet.
Hey, this dude that's on Breaking Bad, Brian, what's his name?
Cranston.
He is. He says I need to learn how I need to change my white blindness. What the heck are you talking about?
He's another idiot, another
I mean,
Hollywood elitist.
I need to
fool.
face up with his own white blindness. Now that he's had this movie and he's a millionaire, he needs to face his white blindness. How about his green blindness?
Yeah.
Them greenback bills he's made all
I love
year.
when they show pictures of these kids in Appalachia, barefoot, dirty houses, and going, I don't think they're experiencing much white privilege over in the Appalachians.
Talk about me.
Well, I mean, here you got this guy that had this hit series about making meth. That's the worst thing.
Malcolm in the Middle was a great
Yeah,
show.
I'll give you that.
That's where one of his first roles was Malcolm. He was
Yeah.
also the dentist on Seinfeld.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Well, I don't know. I kind of lost respect for him. I don't understand that. I'm white. I'm as white as you can get. I'm an Appalachian American hillbilly redneck, and I ain't got no privilege I know of at all. Do
Well,
you?
it's the same way as actors who make all these movies with guns and violence. Oh, nobody should own guns. Guns are dangerous.
Well,
We
I
should not
reckon,
have them.
They sued his hind end. What's his name that shot that girl?
Baldwin.
Baldwin, Alec Baldwin. I reckon there's a big lawsuit coming out, so we'll see what happens with all that. That'll have to, because they wanted his cell phone. He wouldn't give it up, and
He eventually did. He eventually
did, but I don't know.
It's hypocritical. You're gonna you made millions of dollars off of monies with nothing but gore and violence, and all of a sudden, oh no, guns are bad and Americans shouldn't have them. Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You either are for it or against it. If you believe in gun rights, I believe in human rights. I believe we have a constitution for a reason. And because I go out and make millions of dollars doing movies does not now make me an expert in whatever field I've made movies in. They're actors.
No.
Stay acting.
I'm with you on that, and we've interviewed a lot of actors, and they're really nice, but they can be whoever they want to be at the time. Seems like
Sure, they have a right to their opinion,
But if I was
you know,
against guns, I wouldn't be in a movie with guns. Would you?
No.
No.
It's, how much more hypocritical can you be?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Of course, don't take a knife to a gunfight, but I don't know, man. It's just a crazy world we live in. But this Alec Baldwin thing, I think there's more to that than what we realize. And he's an arrogant person. Alec Baldwin, I think, is very arrogant. He is
The
an
younger brother's a pretty decent kid.
I don't know him, but I'm just saying he seems very arrogant. And I wouldn't, they're saying that he said, well, I don't need training because I'm an expert and I've been in movies and all that kind of stuff. But, that's just like flying a plane. That's when you crash, is when you crawl in the plane. Well, I'm a pilot. I don't need to do that and that's when you mess up. I mean, you can't never be too safe, especially when you're talking about a gun.
Yep.
And so if they find him on this, it could, I don't know, it could be interesting. It very well be interesting.
You know, it's really funny because years ago, when movies like Serpico and the old cop movies that came out, you know, the actors, Al Pacino actually went to NYPD and said, listen, I don't want anybody to know who I am. I want to go. I want to see what you guys actually do. And one of the things that he came with out of that movie was, I'm not a cop. I couldn't do what these guys do day in and day out. And there was a respect for what they did. Now we get guys, you know, they fired a gun one time on a movie set as a cowboy, and all of a sudden they're gun experts.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I reckon rap and drill music, now I didn't even know what drill music was, as part of America's racial problem, they're saying now. And
what is drill music?
drill music is like, I'm going to drill you. That means I'm going to shoot you. It's like a drill. They call it. I'm going to
Put
pop
a cap in your leg.
Right, but I'm gonna drill you, but it's rap, and you know that's the thing about it. You know, rap music is really, I mean, if you ever listen to the words, it's so degrading because I mean, and they say don't use the N word, they do that, and they talk the F word and all the other words that starts with the letters that you can't pronounce, and you know, it's talking about women, it degrades women and the whole 9 yards with this stuff, and I don't know, I think they're saying that that's a lot of the problem, and of course, you know, we go back to the video games. Everybody says, oh, that's video games, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, music is very how do you say it?
Influential.
Yeah, music really is. And I, you know, I can kind of see some of this stuff, you know, that they're talking about with all the lyrics and the downgrading of women, because they do. I mean, it's all out there. And I don't know, but it's okay, I guess.
You know, you see, when you think about it, from our generation, we'd hear a song and go, I remember the first time I heard that. I was at junior prom, or I heard this song. Think of these kids who grew up in the ghetto and they're listening to this violent music over and over and over again. What's their history when they think back and go, oh, yeah, I remember when Biggie Rat shot one of, you know, Packy's buddies over there, a rap artist back on the streets.
It looks like they would want to do good and try to make their not just, I mean, I like what Avita King said, man. It's the human race. Make the human race better, not just one or the other.
Together.
Anyway, folks, 706-379-9770 is the number. We are fixing to take a break, and we come back. We have got to do Packy's Joke of the Day, and we beg you, please call in and be a contestant on Packy's Joke of the Day, 706-379-9770. We're going to take a break.
What do they get when they call in, Steven?
We got T-shirts, we got bumper stickers, we got used coffee cups, we've got all kinds of stuff.
Gently used.
Yeah. So
Used maybe for a month or two. That
there you
doesn't
go.
make them like really worn in. Hey,
I just heard the screams down at your mailbox, and I know why. Your water bill is 8 times what it was last month. I bet it's a leak. Call Grayland Leak Detection at 706-897-9110. Get the water bill under control when you call Grayland Leak Detection and Plumbing Services.
all righty, folks, we're back with you, and Packy is excited to no end because it's his time to shine. Who do we have with us this morning,
Well,
Packy?
we have Bill and Cindy Daves.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
What? Oh, we are so excited
I can
to
tell.
be a part
In
of
your-
the joke of the day with Packy.
in your own words.
What are y'all doing?
We just hanging out with you. We're just renters in your world.
But we're choking over here, man. We're choking.
Hey, I heard a commercial there a while ago where you're promoting a church over there. A lot going on with that. I was pretty impressed.
Well, thank you. Yes, Pastor Julia and I came into the studio yesterday and recorded a couple of commercials. We've got our women's ministry, Women of Worship, on Saturday night.
Right.
And even men are invited, so men can come. And then on Sunday, we have a Dove Award winner and formerly from the Kingsmen, Bob Sellers, who will be performing during our 11 o'clock service.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's even greater that you're going to church. That kind of impressed me there. But
Well, hey, you know.
Bill, when you go to church, do you ever notice like some of the ceiling falling in on you or anything like that?
I never look up, so I can't tell you.
there
I
you
don't
go.
know.
I don't
You
know.
guys gotta get-
I've been
You
to a
guys gotta
lot.
get
I've been to a
children
lot
on
of churches, and I'm all about it. And I ain't saying anything, but I know they say the longest sermon that Jesus ever had wasn't but 20 minutes, and I just wish some of these other pastors would follow.
Amen to that.
Well, I'm afraid you might not make it at Harvest Fellowship then, because when the Holy Spirit starts moving, it could be 20 minutes, it could be an hour.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I'm afraid to move when they bring all them snakes out.
No, we will have no snakes. If there's one thing that's not
I
happening
just
in
sit
Harvest
there all
Fellowship.
still like, oh
Yep,
Lord.
nope. There will never be any snakes there. No, I can tell you that I'll be leaving. Pastor Julia will be leaving. I'm sure Bill will be the first one out the door.
Hey, Lordy. What's going on in the real estate business, girl?
Oh man, we spent a good part of the week last week down at the Capitol in Atlanta under the dome, as they say. There's some pretty scary and frightening things.
A lot of snakes
In the
down
way
there, ain't they?
Well, yeah, there's a few.
Yeah.
There's a few. But I'm going to tell you, if you're interested in protecting your property against, I hate to say, the invasion of government, and not looking to sound like a conspiracist, but I'm going to tell you, just visualize a certain quadrant of a county being designated as this is the rental zone and this is the sale-only zone, which means exactly that. If you want to have a rental property, own it, live in it, whatever, it has to be in a zone. Same thing for sale. If you want to sell that property in the future, all of that property must be located in that sale-only zone. Little scary.
Well, who's coming up with
Sure
this? Who's coming up with this idea? This is like communism.
These are bills that are being introduced by some of our legislators, and it's like Bill said, it's scary. We had a luncheon yesterday and had our governmental affairs director spoke and was telling us about some of the things going on that they're watching, and that's the nice thing about our group, our political action committee group that meets with these legislators and works on preserving private property rights.
Well, I'm with you on that. I think if you buy it, it's yours. You ought to be able to do what you want to with it. But
Absolutely.
And they don't feel that way everywhere.
And Senator Steve Gooch and Speaker of the House David Ralston out of Blue Ridge are both fighting to try to protect private property rights. And these guys are in your backyard.
we need to get
And right now,
the word out.
yeah, right now yes, go ahead, Stephen.
We need to get the word out. That's the thing about it. People don't realize what's going on until it's done.
Absolutely correct. You don't know until it's all done, and we can't have that.
Hey, Bill,
people
what's the argument for doing that?
You know what the real argument is? The basis is what's called NIMBY. And if you know what NIMBY is, it's not in my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And what they want is they want renters to be, and I'll use the word segregated, but that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. They don't want renters living just anywhere. They want them pushed over, per se, in a certain zone. Right now, we're seeing it down south of us, south of Gilmer County.
Mm-hmm.
But once it happens in one county, it will spread like fire.
Yeah, you're
It'll
right.
spread.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
with you on that. So, y'all,
Yep.
we're talking to Bill and Cindy Daves. They are bringing you the community calendar today. We love them, no doubt about it. And how do they get up with y'all?
They can reach us by phone. They can call us at 828-361-9419, or they can email us at realestateforreallife@gmail.com. And please make sure and check out our Real Estate for Real Life show on Saturday and Sunday.
And guess what time it is?
It's time for the joke of the
It's
day.
Packy's joke of the day.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, boy.
Never gets
Oh.
old, does it?
Goody. Fantastic.
Never gets old.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
Bill and Cindy, you have 3 categories to choose from today. You have clocks, frogs, and kleptomaniacs. What's it going to be?
Oh, kleptomaniac.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Ready,
with you on
dog.
that.
Play it.
Yeah. This ought to be bad.
All right.
Yeah.
So, why don't kleptomaniacs understand puns?
I don't know. Packy, you'll have to help us.
Why don't kleptomaniacs understand puns?
They take everything literally.
That was
Cindy,
really
please
great.
don't laugh. You're just encouraging him, please.
I don't think anybody understands your puns.
They take everything literally.
Oh,
Okay.
that was. How about door number 1?
Oh, everybody keeps asking for other ones. I'm telling you, they don't get no better. It's just yeah.
Surely having to listen to that, we must win tickets to something.
Yeah.
We got
Okay,
T-shirts,
what's
we got bumper stickers, we got all kinds of cool swag, they call it over here, and you're welcome to it. I
Well, no, they're
guarantee-
giving away a free house. The realtors. Isn't that the prize for the day?
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no.
That's a joke.
What's
right
your
there
address,
now.
Packy?
What's that?
What's your address? There's more than one way to get back at Packy.
oh man, he just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. You figure after a little bit of studying, he'd get better and better and better. But if we don't do the joke of the day, we got like 30 calls at one time. We didn't do it.
Uh-oh.
Of course, we had about 60. Glad we didn't.
Glad we didn't do it, right.
But Packy deleted all them. He just kept the good ones.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Cindy. By that time.
You guys have a good day.
See you guys. Have a great day.
Man, can you not get any better jokes?
Dude, I'm trying, man.
What the heck?
I'm trying.
That's your only job. Joke.
I actually don't get better jokes because I think that's the charm of Packy's joke of the day.
Folks, y'all go check out Mark Bowden at truthplain.com and go look at him on the YouTube with the behavioral panel. And please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get chances to win tickets to 3 Dog Night Saturday night. Subscribe to the Stephen Phillips with the Morning Dish, and your name will go in the Bo Peep basket. And we are drawing Friday. Tell all your friends to go subscribe. We'll talk to y'all bright and early in the morning.
Have a good.
W249DB and WJULAM, Hiawassee.
Well, look a here. Guess who's number 1 in the Nielsen ratings again?
Play 97.7.